Oakland, Jordan Rogers had mud on her new jeans from rolling around in the grass by Lake Merritt's pergola, a stone's throw away from where the white woman known as Rogers, the 8-year-old black girl from San Francisco, was recently caught in a similar media storm of her own, when Allison Edel, nicknamed a video of the incident went viral, and Edel resigned from her position as CEO of Treatwell Health, a company that sells cannabis products for both human beings and animals. On Saturday, Rogers was the center of a different kind of media event. Local cannabis companies teamed up to organize a water bottle fundraiser for Rogers, from which 100% of the proceeds would go to her newly started college fund. Sandra Reed, left of Alameda, buys a bottle of water from Jordan Rogers, 8, during a fundraiser for her at Lake Merritt in Oakland, California, on Saturday, July 14, 2018. Local cannabis companies organized the fundraiser for the girl who was selling bottled water in San Francisco when a woman nicknamed Ray Chavez, Bay Area News Group. Shortly after the fundraiser started at noon, Rogers received a check of $1,812 for her college fund from the dispensaries. Rogers sold water bottles, chips and cookies from her stand from noon to 4 p.m. A local taco stand accompanied Rogers' fundraiser. Despite being the center of national media attention for weeks, Rogers remained shy but relaxed about the whole situation. Rogers initially sold water bottles to one-day buy tickets to Disneyland. "It's all good," said Rogers when asked how she's felt since the video went viral. Her mother, Erin Austin, said that the past few weeks have felt like a dream. "I feel like I've been asleep for the past 3 weeks." Austin said, "We just want to go back to a new normal." The event was organized by Galen Palace, a cannabis industry entrepreneur who recently launched Kind Culture, a bulk purchasing startup for local marijuana dispensaries. Palace, who grew up in Oakland, said he reached out to Rogers' family after discovering Edel worked in the cannabis industry and coordinated with them and other dispensaries to plan out the fundraiser. "I grew up selling slushies and water in front of my house in Oakland every August," said Palace. "When I learned Edel owned a company in the industry I was in, I felt a responsibility to not let the video be the end of the story for Jordan." During one dinner with Rogers, Palace asked one thing she wanted most. Rogers replied, "An apology." "Well, the woman just went on television and tried to make it my fault," said Palace, recounting what Rogers told him that dinner. "If she just called me directly and said, 'I'm sorry,' I would have forgiven her." Two other dispensaries, Apothecarium and Magnolia, teamed up with Palace for the fundraiser. Apothecarium Chief Marketing Officer Elliot Dobries said once the company learned Edel was permit patty, they donated the remaining sales of Treatwell Health to Rogers. Palace highlighted the fundraiser was one of many social responsibility events he hoped the cannabis industry will engage going forward. Palace said Kind Culture will donate a portion of its profits to African American children in Oakland who had at least one parent jailed before cannabis became legalized. He also stressed he wants to get the cannabis industry to donate 5% of its profits as reparations for those who were jailed during the war on drugs. "Instead of having a launch party for my startup, this felt like a better use of my funds," Palace said. "I think the vast majority of the cannabis industry I've spoken to are hyper-aware that local jails are filled with black and brown bodies. We are now making profits off the plant those people were sent to jail for. We feel a social responsibility to make amends and help correct the atrocities which happened in the past." Organizers and Rogers family members felt the fundraiser can help bring awareness and spread love the Bay Area, which recently have seen videos like. Earlier this week, another video was captured in San Francisco where a woman demanded a street vendor on Market Street have a permit to sell goods. The woman later spoke to KTVU, saying the demand for a permit was part of her job as a community guide in the downtown area. "When we were growing up in San Francisco, we were taught to mind our business," said Michaela Fauntila, who is Rogers' godmother. "We just want to spread love. We come in different shapes and colors but We have much more things in common than not. Rogers added that she was looking forward to something else after the event, getting her hair braided before she and her family go to Disneyland next week.